Okay, hi. This is my third attempt at recording this video. Previously, this camera shut off, and the second time, this camera shut off. But regardless, I am still stoked to show you guys what I've been actually working with, because today I wanted to show off my Digitakt 2. I've been eyeballing this guy for just years at this point, honestly, and I am so stoked to finally have it in my hands. I've been playing and messing about with it, if you've caught any of the live streams, for about a month now, and honestly, it's just a bundle of joy. This is the happy little accidents machine galore. There is no other way around it. Now, there is a track that I'm going to be remaking and show you guys, and that sounds like this. So let's remake that and show you guys how I actually went about creating that, so you guys can probably get convinced to grab yourself a groove box. So I'm gonna clear the whatever sequence I had there by pressing function and then clear. There's not gonna be anything there apart from the metronome. I'm gonna leave it on because I'm gonna be recording something really quick here. But first thing I wanted to talk about why the Digitakt is so amazing is how fast the entire sequencer is and how strong it is. This thing is just so powerful. I mean, check this out. If I want to kick, right? Let's say I want the kick to be on these steps, for example. We have a 16-step sequence as a beginning. So when you press the record button, you can just click these buttons in the 16-step sequence. When they light up, that means that the sample is going to trigger in that step of the sequence. I hope I explained that correctly. So then when you play it back, you get this. Right, and if you want to play them live, it's even easier. So I'm taking a little bit to like explain what's happening per each step as I'm, clicking everything for the video's sake. But if you want to fly through it, it looks like this. So let's say kick. It just goes. It's just super fast. And this is me, by the way, a newbie. I still don't know how most of the stuff still works, but I'm so happy to be exploring through it and figure out, hey, these are the strengths and the weaknesses of it. The entire inspiration for this beat actually came from this little sample right here. And if you don't recognize it, I actually have it in a weird warp mode here. So let me take that off so you guys can hear what actually this is. So I go into the sample, I'm gonna play it forward, and let me know if you guys recognize this. Oh wait, I have some effects here, sorry. Let's turn out this. If you're a Silk Song fan, you probably know what that is. So this is what inspired it. I actually was playing through Silk Song live on stream and wanted to capture some sounds and get some inspiration for my series called Tune Replace. If you want to check out that video, I'm going to put a link right up there. But that's the sample that actually inspired the entire thing. And I wanted to check out what other options are in the machine as well. So by holding function and going into machine, I went into this warp, I don't even know how you call it, and I got this. And it sounds cool, right? But I wanted to sound a little bit weird, and so I did 8 bars of slices, a mode of rewind, and also this was rewind, and finally a segment of 8. So that brings it to. And when playing it, it goes 2, 3, 4. Because I don't have enough space, I'm gonna add more space here on the pages setup with the length of 32. And that is gonna copy that 16-step pattern over to the other 16, brings it to a total of 32, and it gives you that. Now, because this is looping again, I'm just gonna go like this. Second page, turn that off. This sounds cool, and I'm gonna just add a bass later, but I wanted to see what other samples I can do and what the other machines are here, because you can tell like there's like one shot, warp, stretch, repitch, slice, grid, MIDI, etc., etc. I wanted to check out what the other ones will do. So I went ahead and did a nice slicing of this sample. And it doesn't sound like much because I sliced this sample into multiple samples. It ended up being this. I love that, and I just went, let's go, let's send it. And that's when I went, that's the thing that doesn't sound good. So let's actually tune it properly. Let me go back to this guy. And let me go with the tuning up here. Let's see, maybe it was 11 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. 11 or something. There it is. That's it. So basically you go like that. Immediately quantize that. And also there is a trigger function here that I really liked for the hi-hats, because I wanted to like have different triggers, but I didn't want to like, you know, mess about like individually. You can do just this, right? But that's kind of like just I don't want to do that, right? So what I did is I instead went into I selected the hi-hat, went into retrigs, and that gives you this. Right, they're very. It can get really messy. You can ratchet. You can do whatever you want with this thing. It's just such a bundle of joy, and I'm always like, you can tell I have a really big smile on my face when it comes to this guy. The only thing that I still don't know how to do properly is actually figure out the up and down, the velocity of the hi-hats, right? Right, that's the thing that I'm missing currently. That's when I actually went from the retrig into velocities. And that's when I found out that you can have a different type of velocity depending on which pad you hit. You could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I messed up somewhere there. Cool. Nice. Okay. Quantize that guy. Nice. And finally, I went to the bass, right? And the bass is just... And I really hope you have some subs for this one, because the bass is like really low. I want it only to be just a little bit of a rumble instead of anything else. So yeah, let's grab that again. Because I don't know how to play it yet, immediately quantize that. Oh. 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 It just goes. The entire mixing part is just really escaping me a little bit. There is a level of the kick is loud or the hi-hat is loud at sometimes, and it's really difficult to follow along when you have a new device. But you have all of these options in the mixer that just let you control the entire thing however you want. So for example, let me just put it as a 4 on the floor for the time being for the kick, so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Cool. So, right. So if I want to create this sort of a pumping kind of sidechain effect, you go function mixer. And then when you get to the compression page, this is the compressor. Let's lower down the threshold. Let's turn it into compress more, and then go from, instead of track 2, go to track 1, and wait, let me see. Oh wait, I forgot. I wanted to get a drum 2 actually instead of the number 1, because it's, for some reason it sounds smoother. As you can tell, I'm only doing like half of a compression. I'm not actually blasting it, right? Well, this thing doesn't have as much like control as, you know, a KO2 when it comes to like live performances. I believe that this guy, in conjunction with other Elektron devices, it does come alive, and this is why it's so fantastic for other people to use, right? I still am a little bit more of a fan towards the KO2, but they're not the same device. They're not, you know, even comparable at all. This guy is a full-on beast when it comes to everything and the opportunities and the things that it can offer, while the KO2 is a fantastic starter for, you know, anybody and everybody. But this is not a comparison video. This is just, you know, me rambling, giving you guys my thoughts as I'm making this. My biggest gripe with currently with the Digitakt that I cannot figure out, and it's definitely a user error, and it is the fact that sometimes choking hi-hats so they can choke each other. So like a closed hi-hat chokes the open hi-hat. It's not quite easy as, hey, when this plays, turn this off. It's not, it doesn't work like that. You actually have to use some other methods. So the one that I typically gravitate towards and typically use, I have 2 hi-hats, one closed, one open, on different samples, and I make sure that the open hi-hat is not as long. So we can go into the amp for this guy and just like open up the sustain or the release, or the decay, sorry, in this scenario. So like, you could do that, but I needed something that's gonna open and then fade out fast enough before this hi-hat comes in. So you see how it like stays? So the only way to do it that I know of is just shorten this. Just shorten that open hi-hat, right? And this is why I really love how they solve this, because any kind of change that I make throughout this entire thing is just, it gives you so much. It actually feeds into the creativity aspects. My apologies for the change in angle here. My other camera died, unfortunately, but I wanted to like let you guys know what's happening. So basically we stopped at this, and if you just throw it in here, like in the track, it just adds just a little bit of something. See, it's in the background. It's not doing too much, but it's just enough. And even if you want to make this guy sound even more ethereal, like more out there, you can just increase the delay and the reverb, give it a little bit more, like, it's just so much fun. It's just non-stop fun, man. My thoughts on getting a device like this. You need one. Everybody needs a groovebox in their lives, and I think that everybody deserves that one instrument that will take you out of your usual workflow. I'm gonna be making a video on why we need groove boxes and why we need weird instruments in the future. So if you want to stick around for that, make sure you click that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this beat that we just made. You know, helps the channel a lot. Leave a like if you like the video, and a dislike if you dislike the video. Both of those help me figure out what you guys like and dislike when I'm making videos on this channel. Why am I stopping all the time? Anyway, thank you so much. Oh, and don't forget, I actually opened up my shop not so long ago, the Flipiris shop, where you can get yourself a Flipiris hat, a K-by shirt, and also very recently I put in some hoodies. So, you know, winter is coming. You guys need something to stay warm. Thank you so much to my YouTube, Patreon, and Twitch subscribers. That's all the tunes for today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye. What's gonna happen if I like lowered the beat for this? Oh! Man, I wasn't... What? Why didn't I put this in the video? Nah, I'm telling you, man, this is just like a happy accident machine. It's so good.